Hi class, this is Dr. Halstead. Welcome to week 4. The family court summaries are going well as I'm reading through them. I know some of you had the opportunity to actually be in court in your community. That's great. It's going to be important for you to begin to to know the judges in the area, especially if you're doing agency work. But even as a private practitioner, you will have situations where you'll be involved in custody battles and divorce issues and that type of thing. So it's just good to network with your community and to be familiar with what goes on in the court process. As we looked at the 3 different roles, primary roles for the court, it was good to see your thoughts about that. Some of you felt a connection with it and were eager to try some of those roles, and others were sticking with the referral resource, and that is just fine. Everybody can't do the same thing, so you have to know yourself and what you want to do. But I have most been involved with courts through report writing for clients. I have not testified, although I'm open to it, but it seems that that's where it's always ended up falling. I've expected to go in court a couple times, but then the attorneys got together and worked it out. So that's in 30 years, so you may never have the opportunity, and I may yet, because I still work with clients. So glad to see your thoughts about that. We're going to look at some HIPAA compliant issues this coming week. Some of you are already answering the post for MFT technology. Good for you for being ahead of the game. I do want you to think as you are answering that question, because of course, face to face, we can read each other so well, and there's just something about that sense of presence. But as you answer that question, also think through why you're doing online education, because I'm sure most of you, maybe there's some of you not, who enjoy being with the classroom and that interaction. And of course, there's lots of reasons for online education, but it also plays into what clients want and need in terms of some of the same factors for which you chose to do an online program. So just keep that at the back of your head as you answer that question. And then there is an assignment this weekend coming up that is always a little bit tricky. What this is asking for is resources you would use in your private practice. So that's going to be things to do with bookkeeping, phone use, databases, things you actually use, and you need to research to find those tools that are HIPAA compliant. So I'm not looking for a bunch of resources on what is HIPAA compliant, but I'm looking for tools that have actually been vetted, and have been found to be HIPAA compliant, or have been set up in such a way to be HIPAA compliant. So keep that in mind as you're pulling together those 10 resources. So it involves some Google searching and some looking at different resources. Still on your discussion posts, you're doing better in terms of citations and references being included, but don't just slap a reference on there. I want to see that you've read the material and understand what the required resources for the week are saying. So just sticking a author's name in there isn't quite the best way to do it. Actually use it to inform what you're saying in that post. So you can let me know if you have questions about that. But good work. We're on the downhill slide with this being week 4. I like what I'm seeing, and I appreciate your thoughtfulness and your openness as you're answering these questions and doing the assignments. and let me know if you have any questions. Bye.